Thank you. Your next question is coming from William Trillo of Boxing2005.com.
Good afternoon, Jermain. Hope all's well, and it's really a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for giving me some time.
Thank you so much.
You said on numerous occasions that you learned a lot in the last fight with Bernard, and obviously that goes without saying at this point. My question to you is, of all the things you learned, what is the most important lesson you learned from the last fight that you're going to carry into this fight?
Don't ever get lazy in the ring. I mean, even if Bernard, he ain't doing nothing, he plotting on something, and I feel like as soon as I got lazy, I got headbutted.
Okay. So what you're telling me then is there's going to be no time to take a round off. There's going to be no time to maybe take a break in a round. You're going to have to keep going the whole time.
Exactly, sir. That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, because if you take a rest, anything can happen. I'm going to have to work every round, and now I know that.
Now, Bernard has said on more than one occasion, also during this time before the fight, that he felt that he hurt you. He felt that when he hurt you, that it forced you to spin around or turn around, and that this time that if that does happen, he's going to break the rules and whack you in the back of the head. How do you retort to a comment like that?
I just say, if I do that, I give him permission to go ahead and whack me in the back of the head.
Fair enough, man. That's a good, honest answer. All right, well, listen. I am looking forward to a good fight. I know you to be a man of your word, and I know you've been working hard. And we just look forward to a great fight on that day, Jermaine. If there's anything that you can assure us in regards to a victory, you're talking about a knockout. Do you feel us coming?
I feel great about a knockout. I feel like Bernard has no power. He has no speed. He's just looking for a way out, and I'm going to give it to him.
I think it's great that Mr. DiBella is stepping back and letting this fight be about you and Bernard, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Your first question is coming from William Trillo of Boxing2005.com.
Good day, Bernard. It's a beautiful day in Southern California. How are you?
Hey, man, it's great, man. You're not too far from me. It's beautiful up in Big Bear. It ain't snowing, so it's great.
I know, man. You couldn't be here at a more beautiful time. Listen, obviously you know that Jermain just had a conference call before, and I hit him with the question. I was up speaking with you last week. I asked him about if he gets hurt and he turns around, that you're not going to pull no punches and he might get smacked in the back of the head. Jermain's response to that was, I give him 100% permission if I do that, to smack me in the back of the head. I just thought I'd pass it along to you and get your comments on that.
Well, if he turns his back, I think the referee is going to make sure that he get one or maybe a point, because that's a sign of a retreat. He already has that type of mentality in him because he already showed it without being, prepped to even say what he would do the next time or not. But I tell you, this fight here is the most anticipated fight, and it's going to be the most fight that people are going to remember for a long, long time. I'm glad to be the last chapter of a book that's been open from the beginning, and now it's going to end this year with boxing world waiting for the next year to come in for big fights from the boxing community or from the premier fighters today. So I'm glad to end the year on this magnitude of the last pay-per-view fight of 2005, the most anticipated fight of 2005, and I'm honored and glad to be a part of that, and to let people know, enjoy their holidays, and then get ready for next year, because there's a lot of great boxers that can carry the baton to go through the remaining of the years to come. So
It is going to make...
whatever Jermaine Teller brings to the table, Bernard Hopkins is going to make sure that it backfires on himself.
I tell you, one of the things I asked Jermaine, what he was going to bring to the table, he's been saying that he learned a lot from his last fight, and he learned a lot from his last fight. And I asked him, okay, we know you learned a lot. What's the most important lesson you learned? And he said that he has no time to take any break. He can't take a round off. He can't relax at any point during the fight. He claims that when he did relax during that last fight, that's when the headbutt ensued, and that's when the trouble started. So this time there will be no relaxation on his behalf.
Well, I mean, that's what he says now. It's a difference between relaxing and getting tired and getting hit with right hands upside your head. I mean, Jermaine Teller's in very, very denial mentality right now. I mean, people are not stupid. People are smart. They've been watching boxing. The difference between relaxing and breathing and holding and grabbing and turning your back. The man was tired. I mean, I think people respect you more when you say, man, I'm in there with Bernard Hopkins. It's not embarrassed to get tired. Bernard fights one round. Like the last 12 rounds, he's going to be energized. Bernard never got tired in the fight. So it's not embarrassing. He thinks it is. He thinks he got the, I've been hearing a lot of things about this guy. You know what I mean? He don't have enough sense to understand that should he give a little credit to a 20 defense or 21 defense athlete that just happened to be a person that will go down in history as one of the top 4 or 5 middleweights of all time. Shouldn't I get a little bit of respect from why he didn't do the things he did with William Joppy or any other person he fought that wasn't on my caliber? And that's his downfall. I hope he come in confident. I hope he come in not as nervous as he was. See, being nervous and being edgy and being new to the game of this magnitude of fight the first time, that saved him. Uncontrolled energy in certain situations prevent certain situations from being knocked out. So I'm hoping he believes that I'm not a big puncher. I hope he believes that he can just go and do what he wants to do, and he's been here the first time, so it's going to be a walk in the park. Well, that's great, because he's already left something that made him survive. That got him through. He's not intelligent to understand that. So I'm going to sit back and let him run his mouth and be an impersonator of who he thinks he is, a champion, and then let the world witness it December 3rd. December 3rd is definitely going to be the execution day, and they're going to see, the world's going to see me rectify the system's problem. And then Jermaine Teller is going to beg for a rematch, and he won't get one. That's what's going to be the deal, because I'm undefeated on rematches. They know my history. I destroy guys the second time around. What makes Jermaine Teller different?
Like the last...
I destroy guys where their careers is in limbo the second time. Don't believe me? Go on the computer and look up my jacket.
Like your last fight, Bernard, you laid out a game plan the first fight, you let everybody know, and you laid out a game plan this time, and we're really looking forward to seeing that.